What's up everyone, it's your guy Nick here again. You are welcome back to my channel. Thinking of leaving the US for Canada? Before you pack your bags and grab that passport, you need to hear this. From real talk about cost of living and job opportunities, to culture shocks no one tells you about, this is your no-fluff guide to relocating to Canada in 2025. Whether you're chasing a better quality of life, free healthcare, or just tired of the chaos, let's break down the truth about moving to the Great White North and whether it's really worth it. I've done the research so you don't have to worry or look elsewhere. Now let's dive in. Before we continue, please kindly smash that like button if Canada is even kind of on your mind. Listen, I know a lot of you are in the trades, and some of you might even be thinking about planting roots up north in Canada. Or maybe you're just curious how far your money goes south of the border. Well, you're in luck, because in this video we're gonna break down the cost of living in the US versus Canada. If you need more graphical details, just leave a comment in the comment section below, or simply type, "Yes, I need it." Let me know how far you want to go with this video content. Today we're diving into the ultimate cost of living showdown, USA versus Canada. Let's find out which country gives you the best bang for your buck. Once again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and ring that notification bell for more Hash Money Matters content every week. Alright, first things first, housing. We all need a roof over our heads, right? And let me tell you, this is one area where the difference between the US and Canada can be huge. Now I'm talking averages here because obviously location plays a massive role, but in general you're gonna find that big cities in Canada like Toronto and Vancouver are gonna cost you a pretty penny. Think $2 grand a month, easy, for a one-bedroom in a decent area. The US has a much wider range of affordable cities. You can find places in the Midwest, the South, even some parts of the East Coast, where you can snag a decent place for a fraction of the cost. So yeah, when it comes to housing, the US definitely has the edge in terms of affordability, but you gotta be strategic about where you choose to live. Next up, let's talk about putting food on the table. Groceries are one of those essential expenses that can really eat into your budget, pun intended. And unfortunately for our neighbors up north, Canada tends to be a bit pricier when it comes to everyday items. Think milk, eggs, produce, that kind of stuff. You're looking at maybe 10 to 20% more on average. Those small price differences add up over time, especially when you're buying groceries week after week, month after month. The US simply has a wider variety of grocery stores, especially those discount chains that can really help you stretch your budget. Think Aldi, Kroger, Trader Joe's, Target, Walmart. These places can be lifesavers when you're trying to keep your grocery bill in check. So, yeah, while it's not a deal breaker, the US does take the cake when it comes to affordable groceries. Now let's talk about fast food costs in both countries. Let's break this down clearly. Fast food cost comparison USA versus Canada. Average combo meal in McDonald's, Burger King and Wendy's in USA is around $9 to $11. But in Canada, average combo meal is around 12 to 14 Canadian dollars. On average, pretty similar though, sometimes slightly cheaper in the US. Now let's talk about coffee and breakfast. At Tim Hortons in Canada versus Dunkin' and Starbucks in USA. At Dunkin' and McDonald's coffee plus sandwiches $6 to $8. In Canada at Tim Hortons, coffee plus sandwich is 7 to 9 Canadian dollars, equivalent of 5 to 7 US dollars. You can see now that breakfast is cheaper in Canada if you stick to Tim Hortons. Next, let's talk about pizza chains. Like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars. Medium pizza costs $9 to $12. In Canada, medium pizza costs 12 to 15 Canadian dollars, which is equal to 9 to 11 USD. Almost the same price. But sometimes deals are better in the US. Overall trend: more value menus, dollar deals often cheaper for burgers, fries, and drinks. In Canada, Fewer $1 menus but slightly healthier portion control and more competition from Tim Hortons. Day-to-day. Generally, breakfast and coffee are cheaper in Canada. Thanks to Tim Hortons.
Healthcare. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, healthcare. This is a big one, and it's where things get a little more complicated. See, in Canada, you've got universal healthcare. That means basic healthcare is covered by the government, funded through taxes. You don't get hit with surprise medical bills, which is a huge weight off your shoulders. Now, in the US, it's a different story. We have a private healthcare system, which means you're going to need health insurance. Health insurance in the US can be expensive, even if you're relatively healthy. We're talking hundreds of dollars per month in premiums, plus deductibles, co-pays, the whole shebang. You often have more choice and flexibility in terms of doctors and specialists, and wait times for certain procedures can be shorter. Ultimately, the best healthcare system for you depends on your individual needs and circumstances.
Taxes. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite subject, taxes. In Canada, you're looking at a progressive tax system, which means the more you earn, the higher your tax rate. On average, you can expect to pay somewhere between 30 to 35% of your income in taxes, depending on which province you call home. The US also has a progressive tax system, but it's a bit more complicated because you've got federal taxes, state taxes, and sometimes even local taxes to factor in. Federal income tax rates range from 10 to 37%, and then you've got state income taxes on top of that, which can vary wildly. Some states, like Texas and Florida, have no state income tax at all, while others, like California and New York, have some of the highest state income taxes in the country. If you live in a state with no income tax, the US might be the winner. But if you're in a high-tax state like California or New York, Canada's tax rates might actually be lower overall.
Transportation and gas. All right, time to hit the road and talk about transportation. First up, let's talk gas prices. Gas is significantly cheaper in the US compared to Canada. I'm talking a solid $1 or $2 difference per gallon, sometimes even more. That can add up quickly, especially if you have a long commute or frequently take road trips. Now on the flip side, Canada often has the upper hand when it comes to public transportation. Their major cities tend to have more extensive and reliable public transportation systems, whether it's subways, buses, or trains. This can be a huge perk if you live in a city center and want to avoid the hassle and expense of owning a car. So, who wins the transportation battle? If you're all about that car-dependent lifestyle and love a good road trip, the US might be the better option. But if you prefer the convenience and affordability of public transportation, Canada might be more your speed.
So there you have it, folks. The ultimate cost of living showdown between the US and Canada. As you can see, there's no easy answer. Both countries have their pros and cons, and the best choice for you will depend on your individual circumstances, priorities, and financial goals. If you prioritize affordable housing and a wide range of options, the US might be a good fit. But if you value free healthcare and robust social services, Canada might be more your style. USA or Canada? Where would you rather live? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly financial deep dives on Money Matters. Thanks for watching.